Locally owned, always local. Complete coverage from the Hinds Community College campuses. WHUC News 7 at 5 starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for another WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m. I'm Rohan Caples.
And I'm Deavius Rogers, topping the news at this hour. For those who are looking to travel in the new year, starting on February 1st, 2026, travelers aged 18 or older who do not present an acceptable form of ID at the TSA checkpoint may pay a $45 fee to verify their identity through TSA Confirm.ID.
The oldest survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre died at the age of 111. Viola Ford Fletcher was known as Mother Fletcher. Despite her advanced age, Fletcher was a well-known activist, thanks to her work trying to win justice for the victims of one of the most worst racial violence event in the United States history. Fletcher was only 7 years old at the time of the Tulsa Race Massacre in Oklahoma, a state living under the Jim Crow system that segregated the U.S. South from the end of the 1800s until the civil rights movement of the 1960s.
A Mississippi Senate seat held for 32 years by John Horn, now Jackson's mayor, has officially been filled. An attorney and city court judge, Kamisha Mumford, will be the new senator after a special election runoff. She secured the seat over attorney and former Jackson Public School District Board of Trustees member Letitia Johnson. Congratulations to Ms. Mumford.
In Edwards, Mississippi, Mother Ethelene Bradley Harvey was honored for reaching the milestone of being 100 years old by friends and family at the Edwards Community Center on Mount Moriah Road. Mother Bradley Harvey was presented with a proclamation from the town of Edwards and from Congressman Benny Thompson.
With the official start of winter not beginning until December 21st, the cold weather can be felt all around. Temperatures are already dropping to below freezing with a slight chance of rain to join soon after.
We are going to take it over to our weatherman, Brandon Barnett, who is out in the cold currently to get a true feel of that Mississippi weather.
If you're heading out the door this morning, you may want to go ahead and grab your winter gear. Temperatures here in Utica are in the low 30s up into the high 50s. So you may just want to stay in the house and stay warm, maybe grab you a cup of coffee or something. We're going to take it over to Kennedy McCassell to see how weather is affecting traffic.
Thanks, Brandon. As we take a look at traffic on I-20 west of Mississippi 18, you can see that the traffic is steady. The cold weather isn't slowing anyone down from getting to their destinations. Later on in the show, we'll have another look at traffic. Back to you, Davis and Rohan.
Thank you both.
You know, it's really getting cold out here.
It really is about 40 degrees. You know, you might want to bundle up.
You really do.
Coming up, students are busy at work around the Hinds Utica campus.
Stay tuned to see what all students have been doing and what all is new coming to the campus.
And I attended Hinds Utica for the television and broadcasting program. If you want to be a part of an award-winning program, make sure you enroll in Hinds Utica today. We saved you a seat.
Welcome back to the WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m.
Happening around the Hinds Utica campus, students have been busy at work on and around campus. Students in the electronics program are busy putting their practical skills they have been learning in the classroom to work by helping renovate a treasure.
WHUC News 7 reporter Dylan James tells us more on the work that the electronic students are doing.
On the Hinds Utica campus, the electronic team was in their lab testing our capacity as it got tips and tricks on what to do and how to use the equipment. Then they went to the greenhouse and they fixed the pump so the water can flow smoothly through the system. Electronics instructor Gerald Collins shares with us what the students learned.
Controllers. Right now we're in the greenhouse and we had a motor to go bad on us, and so we checked to see if the capacitor was good, and we went over the importance of being able to troubleshoot devices, especially in critical situations.
Mr. Gerald Collins also tells us the importance of the greenhouse.
Like we were bad, it can kill your whole process. So being able to troubleshoot, getting and repair and replace equipment.
From testing capacity to testing temperatures, Dylan James reports WHUC News 7.
Thanks, Dylan. A new living space for students will soon open on the Hinds Utica campus.
WHUC News 7 reporter Destiny McDonald is there now, getting an inside peek of what students can look forward to in the spring semester.
As you can see behind me, the workers are working really hard, adding the final touches, which is the coat of paint, to the new dorms. Here at Hinds, the new dorms are standing tall and nearly ready to welcome students. Construction crews are putting the finishing touches inside, customizing each space to fit the needs of future residents. Each room will house 2 students and include a private bathroom, while open areas throughout the building will give students space to study, hang out, or just simply take a breather. Resident Hall Director Ms. Sierra Polk tells how these new dorms reflect Hinds' commitment to student success and comfort.
Housing, I always say we want to create a home away from home, so I feel like it will bring students together as one and make them feel more at home.
Parker Linston, a sophomore carpenter student, give us his thoughts about having a new modern space to live and study.
I think it's really good that people have, more room to move around. Some people like having their own room and whatnot, so it allows for more opportunity and for more people to come down here.
Ms. DeBerry, Assistant Director for Res Life, tells how improving housing ties into the overall vision for student life here at Hinds.
It's very important for you all to feel welcome, so that class can be the first and foremost part of your focus here. Your education being very crucial for obviously your reason for being here.
The bricks have been stacked and the landscaping has been laid, just in time for the ribbon cutting January 6th at 10 o'clock. Destiny McDonald reporting for WHUC News 7. Back to you, Rohan and Diavius.
Thank you, Destiny. The dorms are surely coming along, and I cannot wait to see the smiles on the faces of the students when they return from the holiday break.
We are going to take it over to our correspondent, Tanaya Gibson, who will spotlight more Hinds Utica news and You in the Know.
Hinds Utica students are one step closer to their goals after attending the Thurgood Marshall Workforce Development Summit in Birmingham, Alabama. Thurgood Marshall College Fund founder Dr. Joyce Payne highlights the importance of gaining experiences beyond the classroom.
I think it's extremely important that you understand that education is not confined to the classroom, that you have to go beyond the classroom, find those individuals who have been successful, those individuals who have opened doors of opportunity, and listen to their story, find out what their journey has been. Try to incorporate that in your own plans.
This summit allows students from several community colleges across the United States to develop vital skills in interviewing, resume writing, and networking. Scholarships were given out to 18 students. Madison Beard, Akila Carter, and Diavis Rogers each received a $10,000 Cal and Antoinette Johnson HBCC scholarship. They also renewed the scholarships, ensuring support for students throughout the 2026-2027 academic year, allowing scholars to continue pursuing academic excellence. A luncheon was held at J.D. Boyd Gymnasium on Hinds Utica campus, where students had the opportunity to meet their scholarship donors. This allows students a chance to get to know their donors, share stories while enjoying a nice meal. Scholarship donor W.C. Johnson expresses how he feels to give back to the students.
Do this scholarship because we want to pass on the good work that came to us, to others, and we're just so elated to do that.
Looking for something fun and festive to do, the town of Utica is lighting up for the holidays with its Christmas parade on December 4th at 6 p.m., with the theme being joy, peace, and love, a small town Christmas story. Get ready to spread some holiday magic through the streets of Utica. The runway is calling your name. The Utica campus will host its final fashion show of the semester on December 4th at 1:30 p.m. with food and a lot of energy. For students dreaming of modeling, there's a casting call on spot for next semester's show at the Agriculture Museum in Jackson. Clothing and fashion instructor Jontia Davis discusses more on the event.
So the upcoming fashion show is all about showcasing graduating designers' work. Also, the casting call is with a former designer who graduated right from here. She's looking for students to model in her upcoming show.
As the semester comes to a close, students are packing up as dorm checkout begins. Students are required to clear out their dorms by Friday. Following the move-out procedures, campus staff are on hand to assist with any questions to ensure a smooth move-out process.
Thank you, Tanaya. The Hinds Utica campus also has a new addition that allows students, faculty, and staff to just simply relax.
WHUC News 7 reporter Janiyah Bounds is at the opening of this new addition for the Bulldog family.
We'll open up an avenue for our students to be able to relax and just, support their mental and emotional health.
The Stillhouse is a new addition to Hinds Community College and Utica campus, helping students and faculty be able to take a 30-minute break to relax and recharge. We spoke with Rohan Kelly, one of the contributors to this project, and he stated his reasoning for helping.
Help them mentally by just having a space to go to when you need a break from class. Like you got 30 minutes in your 30-minute break in your schedule. Just come here, relax, listen to music, lay down on the couch, or lay on a beanbag.
Ms. Kelly White, the leading mental health counselor, expressed her excitement for the new addition to the Utica campus.
It is absolutely unique to this campus and the students here and the culture here in Utica, and to be able to do the grand opening during homecoming week and have so many people come out and celebrate this is just an amazing thing. So I'm extremely excited.
Dr. Howard Gibson shares how the Stillhouse idea came about and why it is important to the Utica campus.
Attending a conference in New Orleans in December, there was a concept called the Zen Room. And attending or experiencing the Zen Room, it gave you the opportunity to get massages, aromatherapy. It gave you just a lot of opportunities. So when I thought about that, I was like, Utica could benefit from this.
Mental health counselor Ms. Shalandria Evans elaborated on how the Stillhouse came together because of group effort.
Students that came and worked had their hands in every particular aspect of this. For example, the carpentry students built this sandbox. They also built this fireplace and this bookcase. Jerome Kelly, who's an RA and president of the Utica Ambassadors, built this coffee table, this coffee set right here. So I mean, just they had their hands in everything. So again, it's by them, like they did it and it's for them.
A place for students by students. Janiyah Bounds reported for WHUC News 7.
The Hinds Utica campus has a lot to celebrate.
From the students busy learning hands-on to the opening of the Stillhouse, what a great year to be a Bulldog.
They are not the only students that have a reason to celebrate.
WHUC News 7 reporter Evan Stewart showcases an event continues to support hard work of band members at a local university.
In regards to overall scholarships, may have just been a small drop in the bucket.
The JSU Scholarship event was hosted in the new band hall, and JSU alumni and band members gathered to honor recipients who each receive this annual scholarship each year. A special video was also being displayed to honor band members in the Sonic Boom of the South marching band as well. Dr. Charles J. Beard tells us how it feels to be able to present this scholarship.
Being able to give back, being a part of the Sonic Boom back in 1990 was my actual crab year. It means a lot. When you become an alumnus of Jackson State University, you want to be able to make sure that you continue to help the next upcoming class.
Former band director Ms. Patricia Beard shares how she feels about giving back to other JSU students.
And just to be able to give back, both I was a music major, and for him to name the Sonic Boom, be a part of the naming of the Sonic Boom, it's wonderful.
Thanks to these amazing donors, students can continue their future education here at Jackson State University. Evan Stewart reporting for WHUC News 7.
While American civil rights will always be a topic, for decades, a decayed barn in the Mississippi Delta stood as a secret, silent witness to one of the most brutal acts that shocked the civil rights movement. The 1955 torture and murder of 14-year-old Emmett Till. As of last night, that era of silence is officially over.
The Emmett Till Interpretive Center has acquired the barn and the surrounding property in Drew, Mississippi. The purchase ensures that this fragile historical site will be protected from speculation and transformed into a place of truth, healing, and public reflection.
The Food and Drug Administration has announced a widespread recall on millions of bags of shredded cheese sold by Great Lakes Cheese Company nationwide, including stores in the Jackson Metro and across the state of Mississippi. The concern is the potential presence of metal fragments categorized as a Class 2 recall, meaning consumptions of the contaminated product could cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences, such as injury to mouth or throat.
While consumers are busy shopping and preparing for the holidays, students have been knocking out finals and colleges will soon close for the holiday break.
Janiyah Bounds is here to give us insight on what is going on in college news.
Hinds Community College Jackson campus will be launching the Learning Circle spring of 2026. The Learning Circle keeps children up to ages of 11 for those who attend the college and want to focus on their education without worrying about getting a babysitter or rushing home to their children. Free dinner will be provided for students and families. Alcorn State University made a grand appearance in front of 34 million people at the Macy Day Parade. Alcorn State University's Sound of Dynamics was selected from more than 100 applicants as one of 9 bands to march in the 99th edition of the annual Holiday Spectacular. As part of the university's dedication, the Macy's team presented Alcorn State University's Sound of Dynamics with a $10,000 fundraiser kickoff. Mississippi Institution of Higher Learning Board of Trustees have selected a group of Jackson State University faculty and alumni to serve as a group to support its search team for a new president. The board also announced plans to begin recruiting candidates to be Jackson State's next president. The top job at Jackson State has been vacant since May after Marcus Thompson resigned without explanation less than 2 years into his career with the university. Thompson was the 3rd president to depart in the last 5 years. A Mississippi State architecture student is one of 10 students from across the nation receiving the 2025 Gender Opportunity Microsoft Scholarship. Altro Hernandez of North Carolina is honored to be a recipient of the scholarship given by one of the world's largest architect forums that helps break down the financial barriers to entering the profession. 8 students recently graduated from the Emergency Medical Responder class that took place from September 3rd to November 1st at Bay College. The purpose of EMRs is to respond and provide vital care to people experiencing a medical or traumatic emergency. The class graduates are now eligible to take the license exam. An EMR license enables emergency responders for local fire departments and emergency agencies to respond to medical emergencies, providing critical patients care in the first few minutes of an emergency. And that's all of the college news I have for today. Back to you all.
Thanks, Janiyah.
It's amazing to see Alcorn State University Sound of Dynamite perform and represent Mississippi at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
I can't imagine the weather in New York.
Yes. I wonder if they were freezing like our weatherman Brandon was earlier.
Our weatherman Brandon Barnett is going to give us a full look at the weather.
Brandon, are you still freezing?
Looking at your local radar, here in the town of Utica, you can see that they are receiving some heavy rain. But if we look up into Kosciuszko, Philadelphia, and Meridian, you can see they are receiving light rain and sleet at the same time. So if you are in Kosciuszko, you might want to stay in the house, drink you a hot cup of chocolate, or probably watch you a Christmas movie just to stay warm. Looking at Utica tonight's sunset will be at 4:58 with an overnight low of 37, with a moon phase being full moon, with a 80% showers, Tomorrow's sunrise will be at 6:47, so for all my moon lovers, if you're trying to see that moon, you might want to just look through the clouds because that moon probably will pop out. Looking at today's forecast, for our current temperatures across the United States, you can see in Minneapolis, they are receiving temperatures of 17. But if we move on over to Detroit, you can see they're receiving temperatures of 23. But if we go on down to Los Angeles, they are receiving temperatures of 71. If you look over here to Tampa, Miami, Orlando, you can see that if you're trying to rest on the beach or if you're trying to go out and have fun, that would be a great time because I would love to be down there. If I'm up here in the north and trying to kind of stay warm, I would rather go to Tampa just to relax. Looking at our 12-hour forecast, looking at the local radar, Hattiesburg are receiving some of those heavy showers, but if we look around Hattiesburg, Shreveport, Jackson, Montgomery, Alexandra, and Birmingham are receiving some of those light showers that's coming from Hattiesburg. So hopefully in our 24-hour forecast, we will see that light rain starting to dry up. Like I said, looking at our 12-hour forecast, looking at our 24-hour forecast, you can see that the light rain is starting to kind of slack up, but just look a second wave of heavy rain is coming through very soon. So hopefully looking at your 5-day outlook, we will see how those showers and temperatures will react. Looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this is your 5-day outlook. So Thursday, we will be receiving a 100% chance of showers with a temperature of being 50 and a low of 37. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can see that those temperatures are kind of rising up, but it's going to stay in the high 50s to the low 30s and 40s. But Sunday, we are looking at a temperature of 64. So hopefully you will be able to kind of warm up or stay in the house. But remember to completely have your rain gear on you. But looking at Monday, with being a temperature of 51 and a low of 30. So make sure you still want to have your winter gear. Just because the rain has kind of passed us over, you still want to have that gear on you. With partly sunny skies. So make sure you kind of want to have that have a heavy coat on you or anything. Back to you all at the desk.
Thanks, Brandon. It's nice to have you back in the studio. Rohan, I think I need to bring my puffer out.
Yeah, because it is too cold outside.
It's cold. I need some hot chocolate.
Or something. Coming up, a local organization is giving back to the community, one student journalist at a time.
Stay tuned to learn who they are and what they're giving. Welcome back to another WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m.
The Mississippi Association of Broadcasters held a student conference that was held at the Eagle Ridge Conference and Resort Center in Raymond, Mississippi. The conference allowed scholars from various colleges in the state of Mississippi to gain insight and learn the expectations of a young multimedia journalist.
Officials in Ridgeland are taking initial steps in removing fluoride in the drinking water. The Board of Aldermen and Mayor of Ridgeland are planned to meet where they propose the initial step 1 of the Mississippi State Department of Health fluoride discontinuation process.
D'Avius, are you more of a movie watcher or do you like listening to music?
I like listening to music, but I love a good movie. Destiny McDonough is here to give us all the juice about the latest movie, TV shows, and more.
As the world evolves, so has the advancement of artificial intelligence. In the world of music, fans learned that the viral artist Zanaya Monet is actually an AI-generated singer created by Talisha Nikki Jones. Zanaya music took off nationwide, especially after her song, How Was I Supposed to Know, started charting. The buzz turned into controversy when K. Michelle accused the AI singer of sounding too much like her and began taking legal action. Stephen Curry is working on a new animated movie called Goats. The film is set to come out in early 2026. It follows a small goat with big dreams who gets a rare chance to join the pros and play rollerball, a fast and intense co-ed sport. The first trailer already shows a fun mix of sports and comedy. Curry's roles in the project shows he's growing his career beyond basketball. The opening for the movie Wicked for Good made $150 million in the U.S. and $226 million worldwide. This movie broke records as the biggest opening ever for a Broadway musical movie. Fans are loving it, filling theaters, giving high ratings, and even dressing up as their favorite characters. A highly anticipated album has dropped. Summer Walker's Finally Over It drops her most honest and expansive work yet, splitting 18 tracks into Introspective for Better and Heart on Sleeve for Worse halves, featuring collabs with Chris Brown, Doja Cat, 21 Savage, and more. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, marking her biggest R&B and debut of 2025. Looking for a new show to watch? Stranger Things Season 5 just dropped onto the streaming platform Netflix on November 26th, with the rest coming Christmas and New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, and everyone's binge-watching fans around the world are glued to their screens, diving back into the Hawkins chaos. And that's all the news I have for you happening in the world of entertainment. Back to you all.
Thanks, Destiny.
A highly anticipated matchup between two of the biggest rivalries right here in the state of Mississippi. Bring out friends from all around.
That's right. WHUC News 7 sports reporter Tyrese Druell is at the iconic Soul Bowl getting everything we need to know about how this game went.
Again, guard the yard, protect the vet, and go out here and get this win and clinch the East this weekend.
The Jackson State Tigers and the Alcorn Braves face off in the historical Soul Bowl, which alternates locations between Jackson and Longman. Coach Taylor speaks on his expectations of this game.
They get very energized, and you got to kind of calm them down. Again, you know, we got a lot of guys that played last year at a championship level, and they understand the expectation, and they spread that to those new guys. But, you know, I told them if you want to have opportunity to play for repeat a national championship or a SWAC championship, we got to win this weekend.
The Tigers dropped the ball into the end zone to go up 17-7, and the next drive, the Braves seemed like they were ready to strike back. But a bad snap by the center gave the Tigers the ball back in great field position. The next play, Lockhart finds Wimbert. He shows off his speed and gets into the end zone. The Braves showed great toughness all game and not making it easy for the Tigers, with Davis taking it in for the score and also getting it done through the air with Tolbert finding Warren for the score. The Braves gave it all they had, but this year's Soul Bowl and the SWAC East Championship belongs to the Jackson State Tigers.
Seems like as planned for the Jackson Tigers as they defeat the Alcorn Braves 27-21.
The Jackson State Tigers take on the Prairie View Panthers for the SWAC Championship on Saturday, December 6th at 1 p.m. Each team is looking to clutch a ticket to the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia on December 13th at 12 p.m.
With the talk about sports, I know our sports correspondent have a lot to talk about with all that's happening in the world of sports.
Roosevelt and Kaylin, is the sports world as busy as it may seem?
I'm Roosevelt Harris.
And I'm Kaylin Alexander.
Happy in the sports news. It's official basketball season. The Bulldog teams have been busy on and off the road. The team took on doubleheader at home against Southern University at Shreveport. The Lady Bulldogs took on the Lady Jaguars, making tough shots and playing good defense and maintaining great energy. This allowed the Bulldogs to secure their second home game win of this season, bringing the record 2-4. If you missed this game, don't stress. The Lady Bulldogs will have 3 more home games starting Friday, December 5th, Monday, December 8th, and next Friday, December 12th. Make sure you're here to cheer on the Bulldogs.
The Bulldog teams are coming off a win from last week against South Arkansas, looking to secure their first home game win. After a hard-fought battle, the Bulldogs fall to the Jaguars with a score of 72-76, bringing their record 8-4. They will have a chance to make a comeback on December 5th at 5 p.m., a little bit after the girls' game. So come and support our Bulldogs team.
Dalen Ruffin, quarterback of the Hinds Community College football team, was named National Junior Athletic Association NJCAA All-Region 23 Honors. In 9 games, Ruffin established himself at the centerpiece of the Eagle offense. He completed 154 passes with a 62.3 completion rate. His consistency through the air translated to him being ranked among the top quarterbacks in the Region 23.
The Hinds men's soccer earned 2 first-team and 1 first-team All-Mississippi Association of Community Colleges conference selections, which were Elliott Duffy, who got MACCC in back-to-back seasons and had 72 saves. Jaden Lee finished with 5 goals and 13 assists. Cody Barnett earned his second straight All-MACCC honor after finishing the season with 15 goals and 18 assists.
University of Mississippi Rebels football coach Lane Kiffin has officially agreed to the $91 million 7-year deal to coach at LSU. Ole Miss promoted defensive coordinator Pete Golden as next head coach for the Rebels football team.
Michigan State is set to rehire former Northwestern coach Pat Fitzgerald to replace former coach Jonathan Smith. Smith was fired Sunday after 2 seasons, giving Fitzgerald his first college coaching job since being fired in the summer 23 from Northwestern.
With their 35-point performance against the Los Angeles Clippers, Cooper Flag makes history, joining LeBron James as NBA's only 18-year-old to post a 30-point game. Flag attacked the basket relentlessly through the game, scoring 13 of 22 from the floor with 8 buckets within 3 feet of the basket. Man, I hate that Lane Kiffin has left Ole Miss for LSU, man. I hate that for them guys.
I do too, but I feel like it will be better for the Rebels when Jonathan Smith finally takes over.
You talking about the basketball season here, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
That's right. And that's all the sports news we have for you today. Back to you, Davis and Rohan.
Welcome back to another WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m.
The holiday season is full of cheer, holiday spirit, and also the spirit of giving back. And a local church is showing that holiday spirit.
Here in Jackson, Mississippi, a local church is preparing Thanksgiving with a little food giveaway. They start off by cutting up prepared food and wrapping them in aluminum foil. Then they offered it to many of the least fortunate or people who just need food for this Thanksgiving. Bessie Stamps explains the importance of giving away food this Thanksgiving.
It is important because we are celebrating this month, Thanksgiving, and every day is Thanksgiving, so we want everybody to enjoy a lovely meal.
As cars lined up and prepared to get served at this wonderful event, spotlighting the least fortunate who doesn't have tangible resources like food, Mr. Edward Harden, pastor of Brilliant SDA, explains why he hosted this lovely food giveaway.
Every year during Thanksgiving time, we have a community Thanksgiving dinner. We do that for 2 reasons. Number one, we know that we live in an area that can be food insecure. And so we want to make sure, at least in this season, that everybody has something to eat.
Feeding the community and making memories. Eddie Smith reporting for WHUC News 7.
While some prisoners have missed most of their children's milestones, serving decades in Louisiana Penitentiary, many hope to bring sense of a hope, a father-daughter dance at a maximum security prison like the Louisiana State Penitentiary. Angola touches on themes of redemption, connection, and the human desire for love despite devastating circumstances. After the idea came from Officer Warden Marcus, The Rock, Du Bois, a man whose stern nickname belied a deep, weary understanding of the man he guarded.
For years, Angola had tried programs focusing on education, job training, and even hospice care, all aimed at fostering accountability and ultimately humanity in men serving decades, often life with no hope of parole. Officer Warden Du Bois read the letter of inmate Jackson Jax Bell, and that was his entire reasoning laid bare. The purpose of the dance was not for the prisoners, but for their daughters.
That is an amazing thing that they're doing for the prisoners.
Yes, it is. Very heartwarming that they are getting a chance to spend time with their daughter with a nice dance.
Before we get out of here, let's take it over to Kennedy and Brandon for our last look at weather and traffic.
As the rain heads out from over the weekend, Monday through Wednesday will be a lot brighter and drier, but the cold will still linger around a little bit longer. So if you plan to go out, make sure you bundle up and enjoy time with your family. So what are y'all plans for the week?
Definitely spending time with family.
Watching Christmas movie with my family.
Yeah, probably hanging out with my friends and family as well.
So what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
Mine's got to be this Christmas.
I'll say The Elf.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one with some good old hot chocolate.
And marshmallows and a candy cane.
What kind of candy cane though?
Original.
Yeah.
The Jolly
original.
Y'all seen the Jolly Rancher ones? That is so.
I have to try. Thanks for tuning into another edition of WHUC News 7 Newscast at 5 p.m.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at Radio and TV. Follow us on Instagram at HindsCC_Radio TV.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel for all stories surrounding Hinds.
Until next time.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.